Hey guys and welcome! Today we're gonna talk about timed exclusive items in Battlefield 5 live service and the answer we got from the core gameplay and engagement producer at DICE in the most recent Reddit MAA. I got to admit that his answer to the question about unlocking new items in the Tides of War live service was quite shocking to me, and I'm not really sure what to think about it just yet. So let's get to it. We had Shadox asking a great question that you can see on the screen right now. During the reveal at EA Play, it was mentioned that during the Tides of War live service, different time-sensitive events will be taking place. How do you look at balancing timed exclusive unlocks to make them fair for those who missed out, but also rewarding for those who do? Well, I suppose it was supposed to be for those who didn't miss out? Anyway, you guys get the point, I'm sure. Will these rewards be primarily cosmetic in nature, or will there be a weapon and gadget unlocks? And now let's read the answer, which, to be honest, worries me a little bit. Battlefield 5 will have multiple ways earn and collect... Grammar? Hello? Anyway, it was supposed to be something like Battlefield 5 will have multiple ways of earning and collecting items, both gameplay-based and cosmetic. Certain events during the Tides of War will be exclusive for some period of time, some gameplay, again, and cosmetic. We are working to make sure we balance the work and time players put into earning rewards, as well as not punish players who miss out on things. And this is the part that worries me a little bit, because what if DICE decides to put in a weapon that will be timed exclusively and you will only be able to unlock it, let's say, in the third week of March 2019? Obviously it's a random example, but let's suppose that we will actually have such event happening. And let's say that the weapon will be quite good. Now, let's say that during the third week of March of 2019 I'll go to Hawaii for vacation, because why not? I'm a YouTuber, I don't really have any regular job. So then I come back from vacation and I want to play with the new weapon. Well, first of all, unfortunate, I can't access it because the event has ended, and even more unfortunate, everyone around me is running around with it because it's so good. What am I supposed to do exactly? I'm really putting the emphasis on the keyword gameplay items here because we've never had such thing in the previous Battlefield games. All of the new items could be accessed by the premium or DLCs, but you could unlock them even 2 years after the game released. There wasn't a problem with doing it. And now with Battlefield 5, we will actually be getting a new gameplay items that are timed exclusively, and after they are expired, you can't access them. There is also an option that those gameplay items in the answer are something like new melee weapons that we had in Battlefield 1, such as Kubku Machete, that, granted, was locked behind the assignment, but all of the melee weapons in Battlefield 1 were just a skin to the weapons we've had in the vanilla game. Meaning, they had the exact same usage, they had exact same statistics, and yes, they had some new animations, they had a new look because it was a different object that you were carrying in your hand, but in the end, when it comes to having an advantage in the actual gameplay, there was none, because it just looked differently, but after all, it was still the same weapon from the vanilla game, with a different skin. But I don't suppose it's the case in our scenario, especially considering that we have a clear mention of both gameplay items and cosmetics. And I personally think that melee weapons in Battlefield 1 and all sorts of similar things fall into the cosmetic category. And although I think it's very fun to have timed exclusive events in the game, DICE has to carefully think about two things. First of all, properly timing those events so that it's not an event where you have to destroy 100 vehicles in 72 hours during a weekend. Because let's be honest, who's gonna farm vehicles during a weekend instead of going out? Pushing yourself to destroy 100 vehicles during one weekend is just crazy. And the second, even more important point, those events shouldn't give you a gameplay items, at least in my not so humble opinion, because while I would be quite worried, or maybe not worried but upset if I saw someone running with a cool skin on their weapon or their camouflage being some highly fashion camo with, I don't know, red stripes, pink Hello Kitties and Jake Paul's face on the emblem, whatever it might be. Okay, I might be upset that I didn't get it, but at least I have a fair playing field where I can actually take out the guy having this jacket. Now let's suppose that instead of this guy getting an exclusive uniform or a fancy jacket, he gets a new weapon that pretty much trashes everything else in the game, and I'm back from my weekend in Hawaii. What do I do? Do I leave Battlefield 5 hype train at the next station and go over to Fortnite or PUBG? I mean seriously, timed events shouldn't include gameplay items. That's it, they shouldn't. Or even worse, if anyone from EA or DICE is watching it, please don't even think about making a time exclusive and then, after the mission expires or the assignment goes away, putting it behind microtransactions. Don't do it. It's fine for cosmetics, it's a big no-no for gameplay items. Just don't. Anyway guys, that would be it for this video. Before you click off, let me know down in the comments, what do you think about timed exclusive items? Do you think that they should include gameplay items, or maybe they should only stick to cosmetics? And as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield.